So one thing I think is really, really fun about bullpups and PCPs is they're relatively lightweight. They can have a really small footprint. This bullpup actually fits almost entirely inside this Eberly stock. Check this out. That's all that's hanging out. So when I go backpacking or I'm doing a walkabout and I want to bring a gun with, this thing is tiny. Look at that. Super small. So Pinty did send this out again. I've done a review on another Pinty PCP that I really enjoyed. I thought it was one of the best values for the money, and I'm basically gonna pit that one against this one and find out which one I might prefer more, for what reasons. I'll tell you, I really like the aesthetic of the classic design, but this one being so light and wieldy, it's gonna be hard to not prefer it in some way. So I'm just putting that out there to begin with. I'm gonna go ahead and get set up. I've got a few things here with me today, like a trigger pull gauge, a couple different pellets. In this review, I'm not gonna be doing my final thoughts. I'm not gonna be doing every pellet or every velocity. I've got a few things that I need to roll out into 2 videos. The last one was 1 video, but this one needs to be 2 because of some of my thoughts on it. Okay, spoiler alert, I do think it's good. I enjoy it. It's been working well. I just have a few things that I think it deserves 2 videos. So let me go ahead and get set up. I'm gonna show you a little bit of downrange camera footage. And then from there, I will come back and talk about my experience with it thus far and what I'll cover in part 2. So in my experience, a lot of times when people get an affordable PCP, they go out to like a local Walmart or sporting goods store and they get a Crosman pack of these Premier 14.3 grainers. I never make big promises about those pellets. I find that they can do well in some springers. They've done okay in other platforms. But when it comes to PCPs, I think they might be a little bit on the light side for distance shooting. We're gonna find out how well they can do 14-mile-an-hour winds at 42 yards right now. That's what I'll do, 42 yards. I'll just do a quick 4-shot group on paper. We'll see what it looks like, and then I'm gonna do a trigger pull test and show you what trigger possibilities will be like, or at least ballpark, what you should expect. Oh, we should record. Let's record on both cameras. There we go, we're recording on both cameras. Let's just go for the center target. Not sure where these are gonna hit, actually. Okay, maybe a little windage deviation from my 0. Elevation still looks fairly true. And it's hard to say because it is so windy. Guys, that is not bad. I might be eating my words here in a second. In this wind, that is really not bad. Yep, I'm gonna eat my words. This thing has not been very pellet picky. I am so surprised. Guys, what they've put together is a rifle that's relatively affordable. I mean, it's actually, when it comes to PCPs, this could be downright cheap for some people. Very entry level, affordable, low cost, whatever the terminology is that you need to use. I don't think it's poorly made. I don't think it's cheaply made. I actually think this is a really nice PCP with great stock and ergonomics, features. But the grouping has been phenomenal out of so many pellets, and not just the expensive ones. These are just those Crosman Premier. I'm gonna mess around with them more. You can't take one group and call it. Typically what I would like to do is shoot a group of like 5 or 10, shoot a string, pump it back up, shoot another string when I don't have eye fatigue and I don't feel exhausted. I'm not just gonna go right from the hand pump to shooting another group. I'd shoot it again and then do it a third time with another 5-shot group. And that would give me all the confidence I need. But I will tell you, I'm so surprised. It looks like it's just a little bit off for windage from my 0 with a heavier grain pellet, which surprises me. And at 40 yards, that'll kill a squirrel every single time. There's enough authority, there's enough punch there to do that. I don't hunt really far with PCPs, but some people do. And I think you just need to consider your power factor and your controls and your skill set before you do that. But for me, 40, 50 yard shot, absolutely. Squirrel, bunny, rabbits will not be living long here because this guy is gonna take him down. Thank you to Winchester for sending out that optic. It was a nice clear image. And I found that the trigger pull was pretty reasonable. Let me load up one more pellet and then we'll give it a pull at the same time. Wow, what a group, guys. What a group. So with these, if you're not familiar with these magazines, and there's lots of videos online already, I know I'm not the first one, you give it, whoops, make sure I do this right. You're gonna give it a spin around. It's going to move and rotate the wheel. And for the first one, you're actually gonna load it backwards, skirt in. So I go from the black side to the clear side, and I drop it in. And now I can load up my magazine in the regular way with nose first. I am still just so surprised at that performance. I thought these would be maybe 2-inch group pellets, and obviously I was wrong. It's doing just fine. Let's do some steel. As long as these pellets are doing okay, do some steel. I might actually save these Bara pellets for the next review along with some of the other premium ammo just to compare between the two when a day when it's not quite so windy. Still getting okay results. It's just affecting everything else. I'm gonna hit record one more time on the camera. Here we go, hit record. And now let's go for the diamond swinger. Before I get to hitting that steel, let's just do a quick trigger pull test. I've already done this a bunch of times, and unless this is different, I'm gonna go with the number that it gives you. Okay, 2.5 is what I got, and I've been getting pretty consistently 2.5. 2.5 again, okay. So 2.5 appears to be the consistent pull I've had each time with this. That's the shape of the trigger. You can see right there, little bit of a curve to it. It's a little bit less curved than some other triggers, and I appreciate that. I don't like real hooky triggers. Those are prone to slipping on the finger or making you actuate it funny instead of a straight back trigger pull, and I just appreciate something that's closer to a flat trigger as much as I can. It's a nice trigger pull, plenty of room, and I think I'll be able to get my glove in there during hunting season. It's still pretty windy down there. I've got a diamond. Let's see if I can put a couple on that diamond. It's a 2-inch diamond. Oh, that was a skim packed, very close to missing. Just brushed it. And load up another MIG. I probably make it look harder than it is. It's actually not very hard, guys, to load these. It's pretty smooth. It's about 38 degrees right now, by the way. 38 degrees is a little bit on the chilly side for PCPs, but it doesn't seem to be hurting. It's still performing pretty good. I'm just sure that my shot count might not be as high. Okay, let's try one more time on that diamond. It's going just right. I can see those pretty well. Oh, I didn't fully cock it. I've done that a few times where I've short stroked it. A little low. There it is. How about that pop can? Now, this has a 9-shot rotary magazine. 9 shots is great. You get 2 of them with the rifle, which is excellent. Very glad to have 2. I would say the shot count at which I tend to go back and start filling it up again, this is just me. It's not actually the limit of the rifle. It's just my preference for filling it up. I tend to shoot probably 3 mags, and then I like to go fill it up again with the hand pump. That's because I'm not usually doing 5 or 6 mags at a time, and I'm not gonna run the gun all the way down like that. You could do it, but you're gonna see a little bit of an arc if that is your preference. I just like to do about 3 mags and then go fill it up again, which is what I'm gonna do in a second. It's nice, cool weather. It's the right time to do it. Let's go for that pop can. Oh yeah, top of the can. Let's go for the middle of the can. There it is. Plenty of authority on that target. How about the diamond that is where the can was? That trigger is not bad, my friends. Really not bad. Man, such a repeatable gun. It really is a very repeatable gun. Let's move target camera over. I'm gonna go to the shadow to those 1-inchers, and let's see about the far right 1-incher. Oh, guys, this thing is so good. This thing is so good. I'm telling you, for the price point, in my experience, if you don't need a shot-to-shot regulated gun, this is probably one of the best that you can get. It's relatively quiet. It has a good trigger. You have a nice optics rail. It's Picatinny. It's short and compact. You can put your own can on here. If you take that end device off, shot count is reasonable. Ergonomics are good. I actually think the wood stock looks nice and feels nice. It probably deserves a better piece of glass than what I have on it right now. I just think this is a nice little hunter package. But at this point, seeing that I can shoot even budget ammo, budget tier ammo in a budget gun with a budget optic, and I can get around 1 inch at 50 yards in the wind like today, this is an excellent hunter and target, maybe bench gun. I'll probably do a couple modifications as I usually do to this one, play around with it some more. But I want to say quick, thank you to Pinty for sending this out. I have really enjoyed getting into PCPs, and both the PCPs that they have, whether it's the longer, more traditional barrel model, which is also a 250 max bar tube, that version versus this version, you know, you have a nice long barrel on both of them. They load and feed reliably. They shoot well. The consistency has been excellent with all kinds of pellets. I can shoot them pretty far, and I think as far as knockdown authority and power, it's good enough for everything that I hunt in small game. So thank you one more time to Pinty. I highly recommend it, and I think there's some deals that are going on right now. Pinty does optics, they do air guns or PCPs. They have a lot on their website, and I'm gonna suggest you check them out during this promotional time, this sale time. I don't necessarily get kickbacks from those kind of things all the time, guys, but I'm gonna tell you, if you're trying to figure out how to get into PCPs for a reasonable price and you don't wanna get screwed over with a piece of junk, because some of them out there are not quite up to par. I've messed around with some other brands I just don't prefer. This one is not those. It is unique. It does stand out, and I can get behind it. So one more time, thank you to Pinty. This is their BULLPUP, and I highly recommend it.